I do still have this rad layout, though, where I have the various things on the tracker kind of spread out to go into Samus's HUD. I was happy with this layout. It's like, you know what? That looks pretty cool. I'm gonna make it, like, part of the game. Just a very thing if we get to get ourselves over to Cassander. Jonathan, spin a little bit more. This game is slightly loud, actually. Let me turn it down just a little bit. Little bit. See, where's Dolphin in this list? There it is. Just a little bit. There we go. Alrighty then. Let me go ahead and erase that. That was just me making sure it still emulates. And, oh yeah, I should probably turn on a timer of some kind. It's like, oh yeah, a timer, that'd be good. See how long this ends up taking. Like a Metroid Prime, why is your data selection music so good though? Thank goodness, thank you very much for the 8 months. Oh, there goes my controller. Didn't Jonathan spin a little bit more? Controller! Controller, come back! Landed right on the floor, it did. Yeah, Randomania is what they call it nowadays, because it's got like a bunch of Metroid games in there. Alright, let us begin! I only have a vague idea of what I'm doing! Alright, which artifacts do I start with? I guess I'll find out whenever I go to the temple. Because I have it only on 6. So I have to stand, like, right around here. Lock onto this and... Yeah, still got it! Oh, speaking of artifacts... Artifact of Elder acquired. And then getting out, it's like, yeah! I still remember some shit. E-tangle. Go ahead and pin that as an E-tangle. Can I pin in because it's not a major item? Oh wait, there they are. E-tangle. There we are. All these things to tell me. There it is. I've got this one. Yeah. I mean, the Tribe soundtrack's gonna be featuring a bunch of crackles, so there is that. My PC's doing its best. And now that said, since we didn't get to start with a missile launcher, gee, I wonder where I'm gonna go. That's my first option. Alright, let's make our way to the Hive Totem. Showtime! Well, I think forget to sub over to Tech Hunter Talon. As we're going on to the Chozo Ruins, I saw that there is, in fact, another E-tank up there. See, Grapple Edge Missile is also an E-tank. Whoo, it's chugging in this room. Oh, it's the space jump. I want that. And that's the missiles. Okay. Locked door E-tank is some missiles. The half pipe is the space jump. I really want that at some point. Missiles, okay. Oh yeah, I gave myself this to start. Because the charge beam is really important. It's like the one thing that you want to kind of give yourself at the start. Showtime! We've been thinking about gifting out a sub over to Guy McGuy. Getting time to spin a little bit more for us today. Can I get this with the charge beam? Okay, no, that actually needs a missile. I'm thinking of a different hallway. Yeah, Tenny's still the word of the day. It's gonna look pretty good in this game, at least. Audio crackles aside. Alright, so it's gonna be a missile expansion. Missile ready? The FPS elements of this game are pretty light, to be honest. Oh, it's so crackly this time. Alright, fire as fast as I can! Oh, yeah. Oh, why is it so crackly? It hurts. CPU, I know it's painful. I wish it wasn't as crackly as it is. Missile already? It's gonna preemptively highlight myself as having some missiles. More missiles! And more missiles, thank you. Fall! Come on, open up! Open up! There we go. I wonder if I should, like, save when I get the chance and try some different audio settings to see if that helps with some of the crackle. Because there's definitely some substantial crackle. Oh, I don't think of the rate of 3 coming on in here as I'm really definitely considering doing something about the crackle. Because it's a lot of crackle. It is driving me a little bit batty. A little bit. Showtime! I don't think of getting yourself out over to Chumpy. Giving her access to those emotes once more. Yes. Next time I'm near a save point, I'm gonna see if adjusting some of the audio settings in Dolphin will do something about the crackle, because that's a lot of crackle. It's too much crackle. An E-time? Don't mind if I do. Giggles. Way too much crackle. Oh, okie dokie, look, give me that E-Tank. I want it. I want it real bad. The audio's trying its best, but the emulation's clearly not going at a full 60. And it's causing the audio to have itself a bit of a bad day. Ooh, I can feel the slowdown in this room. This is definitely running worse than it did last time I played this. It's almost like the hardware on my computer has gotten worse over the year. Alright, that's another missile over there. Tree! I mean, my computer is trying to do a lot right now, so that's part of the reason why it's a bit, sluggish. Oh, he's at a save point over there. Alright, let's see if I can do something about the audio. Pay no mind to the dolphin window that's going to appear. There it is! Big audio. Ah, I gotta turn it off briefly. Okay, hang on. Oh, maybe that'll fix it. Kind of, but not really. Okay, hang on. Let me throw up a brief little screen. So I had to pause the timer for a start. Little bit of smacking things around and hoping it works. Alright, let's get back to work. I'm gonna leave the timer paused for just a sec until I get back to where I was. Yeah, it's Meatball! Meatball's our little sidekick for the stream, isn't that right, Meatball? Meatball's hanging out over there. Maybe I should move Meatball a little bit. Alright, turn that back on. A runic symbol has been activated. The runic symbol has been activated. Where's the other one around here? Right, it's like further up. Good. The runic symbol has been activated. There's an artifact here. Artifact of the Warrior has been acquired. Warrior. I think I fixed the crackling. It seems to be working better now. Yeah, you can change the UI color. You can change a lot of the colors, actually. warrior. The game actually seems to be running better in general after doing those audio changes. Successful tech supporting. I figured it out, Chad. I figured it out. I'm a dolphin wizard. That's a phrase. Yeah, can't quite make that jump. Gotta go around the longer, more intended way. Osageki! But that just means go. It doesn't mean dolphin. Oops. Yeah, there's a lot of really nice visual effects on the beams. Nice, I still know how to do that. Missiles! Why, you mean the distinct? A lot of those details actually got removed in the Wii version of the game. I don't know why. Wait, did I just ricochet shot one of those things? Nice. Simple geometry, wasps. Simple geometry. Metroid Prime is one of those games I have multiple copies of because I picked up the Wii collection of them, the Trilogy collection, since I didn't have Prime 3 yet. While also having the GameCube versions of 1 and 2. Super Missile! Oh, very super. My goddamn soups! Them tasty soups! Let me out! Let me out! shot at these things. They have such dumb-looking eyes, and yet they're terrifying. I'm glad I fixed the crackling, though. The crackling seems to be completely gone. 'Cause that was annoying! I wanted to go this way. I could have just jumped out the window. It's literally just down here. I mean, Samus will get the job done. Thoroughly. That's very much her calling card. The job will be finished. It just might be a little bit on the side of exploded, but the job will get done. I think what happened with the audio is I've been using settings from such an older version of Dolphin that I didn't actually have it using the more modern, like, sound driver. But I got it fixed now, and it's all good. Let me in! Let me in! I suppose I could go beat up Flagra! I don't have the space jump, so I can't actually do the quick kill on Flagra. Means I gotta do it the old-fashioned way, that's fine. Yes! Runic symbol has been activated. A runic symbol has been activated. Man, not having the space jump sucks. I want the space jump. Oh. But I need the boost ball to get the space jump in this scene. Oh, my health. That hurt. Is that other runic symbol around here? I know it's somewhere nearby. I know there's the one at the top, but I missed one on the way up. This is why we're doing the refresher today. There it is. This is gonna be a lot of me wandering around being like, I haven't played this game in a while. How does it work? The audio's much better now. That was like the worst crackling for a little bit there. If it was just a little crackling, you'd be fine, but it was the worst crackling. Open up! Whoa! It went out of the... little bit out of the universe there for a second. Sounds like it's still just the messed up Flogger music. I always do that. I never expected it to demorph me. Ow! Satellite this. Fine, I'll go the other way, jeez. Yeah. I mean, I did title the one episode containing Flagra Mutant Throat Phlegm. Because it just sounds like you have something caught in your throat and you're just going Flagra. I love that small detail when Fogger hits the ground and it pops you up. Just to emphasize how big and heavy this stupid thing is. Game's actually emulating pretty good now, I'm happy. No, that's Flogger hitting the ground. Ah, that was such a worthwhile use of my time. I got a missile expansion. Give me that. It's fine, there's probably gonna be something in that room later. Geronimo! I don't believe there's any spring ball action, no. Nah, none of the other buttons do anything. No spring ball. know there's some quality of life stuff in here, but it's mostly to fix soft locks and, like, crashes and whatnot. Oh, hey, that looks like a Varia suit. It is a Varia suit. Well, let's get that out of there. I thought I saw a Varia suit. I did saw a Varia suit. That seems useful. Maybe a little bit. Alright, let me go ahead and grab this, and then I guess I'll do a brief dunk into Magmore. I have mostly vanilla items right now, which is kind of funny. Man, there's so many sequence breaks I remember how to do, but I need that space jump, so where the heck is this boost ball, man? It's like the thing that I need the most right now. You got boost power! Yo, Cass, how's it going? Whee! Whee! I'm just happy the old PC's actually managing to emulate this thing properly now. Good job, ancient PC. Yo, wait a minute, I can warp back to Talon Overworld from a save point? Ooh. That's a new quality of life change. So I can go all the way over to Phendrana and then just warp conveniently back to Talon Overworld after I'm done. Good job, old PC. Hey, I remember this quirk. Oh, but first, get rid of this guy. This doesn't even need a super missile, it just needs 2 regular missiles. I think I still need the space jump to actually get it, though. Yeah, I do. Yeah, I'm really happy with the layout that I made for this trailer a while ago. Oh yes, the fire is hot! That sounds like some in-joke nonsense there, new one. But you know, fine by me. That's more or less what speedrunning is. Fire indeed hot. Hey. Yeah, I could probably get him with a scan boost or something, but... Oh, there's actually an artifact over there. Well, shit. I really wish I had the space jump. Well, I know where the space jump is, but it's managed to put itself somewhere that actually needs the boost ball this time. which artifact's this one? Artifact of the Wild has been acquired. What's the Wild? Which one is the Wild? There it is. Can I just say this game looks real nice in 16:9? I mean, this game just looks nice in general. I have no idea how Ancient Retro Studios got this freaking thing working on the GameCube. Like, every time I look at it, I'm just like, how does this run on a GameCube? Ow! I mean, yeah, a lot of crunch time and whatnot, but still, it's still a technical marvel. And then they got it more optimized by the time they got the Prime 2! Uncle Laura, thank you for the 7 months. Get Jonathan spinning a little bit more for us today. Blood, sweat, and tears and more blood, sounds about right. Prime 2 loads a lot faster, you have a lot less getting stuck indoors. Unconquered Fun, thank you for the tier 2 for 6 months. That makes support for all this time. Getting Jonathan spinning a bit more heavily. As I'm very much trying to ascend my way over to Fendrana. Man, there's so much I can't do without the space jump. It really is the most important item in the game by far. That's a vanilla tank, sure. We're getting a surprisingly vanilla run out of this here, Rando. Yep, Dread Rando's actually done through the same program as this is now, Randovania. It's got like 6 different Metroid games in there. The interface is admittedly kind of crap compared to, Let me click a couple of things here. It's a little bit crap compared to some things, but it's not bad. There's a lot of text. There's a lot of text in the interface now. It's mostly just text.
Showtime!
Retro Gamer Andre, thank you very much for the 8 months. Oh, I'm glad you enjoy the streams. One of those things I'm happy to do this whole thing. Gives me something to entertain you guys and, you know, keeps my bills paid. Also very important. Very, very quiet! Seagulls! What's in here? Ooh, a power bomb, okay. Wait, I think that's a... Ooh, that's the regular power bomb. Run away! I mean, unless they manage to get a quality of life change where You just get a full set of power bombs on the first one, no matter what. We currently just have Charge Beam, Super Missile, Morphle Bombs, and Varia Suit. So we're missing the really, really, really big one, which is the Space Jump. Yeah, it's weird, we just ended up with a completely vanilla loadout. Usually you end up with something early, but not this time. Bad she goes! Bad she goes! No jump on the Samus. Now here it is, the boost ball room. Yeah, I picked up super missiles. They're not vanilla, but they're also not particularly useful right now. That's a visor over there. I think that's the X-ray visor? It looks like the X-ray visor. It is the X-ray visor, okay. Wait, I probably can't get back out of here? It just dawned on me. I can't get back out. I'm not sure if there's a fancy jump I can pull. Because most of the fancy jumps require, you know... We might be able to jump on those crates. Yeah, that works! Thank you for the suggestion, that works! Just don't destroy the crate's forehead! That worked! By the power of boxes, we escaped! That was a great opportunity! Alright, let's get back to Talon Overworld. Ridley, what are you doing, mate? Alright, first things first, save. Yay! This is a great new feature, I love it. We're back! Oh, that's really useful. That's really useful, thank you, video game. Yes. Yeah, you can warp back to your starting point. The space jump had an artifact, actually, so we got our first artifact real fast. Yo, let's go to the Doom Bro Temple! Doom Bro Temple, here we come! Yeah, we're going to the Doom Bro Temple. It's a great place. Wild has been acquired. Artifact of the War has been acquired. What about this one, though? Aw, man! Man! They don't have the Dude Bro hints! What happened to the Dude Bro hints? Disappointed. Maybe I have to turn on the other set of them that are a bit more vague. Where's my Dude Bro hints? Now they're just telling me exactly where they are. Eh. That's main plaza, so that's gonna be the artifact of truth. Man! And these guys used to give like really Dude Bro-ass kids. It was beautiful. It's the funny hints. I'm sad now. Now the Overworld Root Cave. Trying to hold down the button so I actually have this. Let's see, Root Cave is there. That is the artifact of a Life Giver. Newborn has been returned. Where am I on this list? There it is. World has been returned. Nature has been returned. Oh, does it just have all the outside ones in already? That makes sense. Yeah, okay. We have the entire outer circle then, so it's just those three. Cool, I know. Wait, there's nothing in the Phazon mines. Wait a minute. There's nothing in the Phazon mines. These artifacts are in really easy positions. Yeah, we have most of the artifacts before the space jump. Yeah, I have it on 6 for a little warm-up run. I'll turn it on 12 on Saturday. We're getting the full hog run on Saturday. I wonder if they still have the silly hints. If I turn on the more vague ones, because that's what I'm real curious about. The artifacts that you don't need get replaced with a missile. So, nothing too crazy. God, if this one ends up being super short, maybe I'll just do 2. Why not flamethrowers? Why not flamethrowers? Geronimo! There's my boost ball! You got boost power! Wait, I have a button for that.
You got boost power!
There it is! Alright, let me go get that goddamn space jump. It's like, wait, I know I have a button here on my soundboard somewhere. Damn, I could have had this thing so early if the space jump item was just a missile instead of an artifact. Alright, let's get to work! Because here's the thing! I still need to find the other 2 suits. Actually, I guess I technically only need the Phazon suit. I still need to find at least the Phazon suit! And the other beams! And like a lot of missiles! And some energy. I need stuff! Otherwise these fights are actually gonna be kinda hard. I can fight the last boss without having all the visors. Having at least one visor is good. Alright, the enemies have already increased in difficulty around here. Where's my Phazon suit? Space jump acquired. Space jump acquired. Let's get to breaking shit. Artifact of truth acquired! Let's see if I can still do this bullshit. Man. Oh, that wasn't even close. I'm destroying that nest. Yeah, the auto lock on is a beautiful feature. I don't have to use like a regular missile. Yeah. Super was very unnecessary, but you know, whatever. Yeah! I still got it, baby! Give me that! Woo! That jump's a lot harder than it looks. To put it simply. Dude, I don't even want to bother with you. Get out of my way. Yo, is that a spider ball? Spider ball, yum! Ow. Whee! Yo, is that a gravity suit? What is this room right now? Holy shit! Hey, I have items now! We got items! Lots of items! You know, it occurs to me I have all the ingredients for killing Chozo ghosts with relative ease. Sounds good to me. I mean, I guess Flogger's defeated, so I can technically go pick up these missiles. DK64 run and a run when it comes out of beta. I am genuinely interested in DK64 Randomizer. So the moment that beta's like it gets a proper release, I'm putting that shit into the sub incentives. Let me tell you. Messiah already. I mean, I've played through DK64 a bunch of times with having to go back to tank barrels, but yeah, with the rando, I'd probably want to have constant tank barrels. Yeah, it's an actual real thing. It's currently in beta. Where'd we get Spider Ball from? The nursery, it's called. The Ruined Nursery, where you normally get the regular Warfall. It was just hanging behind a bomb wall over there. Plasma beam! Oh yeah! Well, there's my power bombs. Think fast! Plasma beam just as hyped to find as usual. Because it's devastatingly powerful in this game, too. Oh, you think you can get a punch on him, me, do ya? There's your reward! The VOD Prime 1 plasma beam's probably stronger. I mean, I guess the Annihilator beam's pretty good. I don't know, it never really struck me as crazy as the plasma beam is. Because the plasma beam one-shots most of the most troublesome enemies in the game. Just boom! Well, I guess it's time for me to go spend some quality time in Fendrana. Because I got a lot of items I need to go find. Man, if only, like, I'm pretty sure this door's locked, so I can't just... Oh, it's not locked. Hang on. Well, in that case, I can take a little shortcut. Oh, that's a weird jump. I think it's actually done from here, and I just need to jump early. Yeah! let's go. I took a shortcut. It feels good. Oh. Think fast. I love this game. Oops. Now, I don't have the X-ray beam, the X-ray scope, but I kind of want to see if I remember how to jump to this thing. Oh, I had to reopen it. Yeah, like that. Artifact of strength acquired. It's all coming back, baby. It's weird, usually I can't remember a time where I was ever in a position where it's not artifacts that I need, but instead, the items to beat the final boss. Nah, I've only ever played Metroid Prime 2 twice, so my experience with it is very limited. Alright, that's a powerbomb thing. Alright. Wrong weapon! You know, I'm gonna go get the powerbombs first, then drop back in here briefly. I should have come on here with the party of 5 as we're playing some Prime Rando. Took a little bit of tweaking there at the start, but I got it emulating way better. Let's go get those power bombs. Doing pretty good, can't complain. It's one of those things, I may not remember every detail about the tricks that I've learned, but I still remember where everything is in this game. I've played this game a few times. Eee! More energy's always good. Ridley's a bit of a dick and hurts. I need a beam to vaporize that there she-goth! Yes, good. Power bombs! That's the full set of 4, right? Yes, it is. Eee! Alright, let's pop up here for a sec and pick up this one item. Come on now, it's 7 E's! Missile. Alright, I'll go grab one more item and then I am out of here. Hey, buddy. Getting a little bit close, aren't you? No, none of you! I appreciate that everything in the ice world gets completely vaporized by the good old plasma beam. Samus, off and be the morphing ball. Wait. I mean, I can at least take a look-see as to whether or not the item in here is something I need. Now, while I'm all the way over here, nothing wrong with taking a quick peek. I mean, you can see what the item is by looking through the door. I don't have to get in close. I just have to do this. It's a missile, we can leave. Hey, see you later, don't need it. Yeah, that missile's not getting gunned. That's way too out of the way for me. Alright, back to Magmore. There's lots of items to get here now that I have power bombs. Nah. I need both remaining beams to get into the back of Phazon mines. We're probably not going to be seeing much, if any, of the mines, depending on where the Phazon suit ends up. Backdoor does seem nice, but it also needs wave to get to the right spawn in the first place. Well, there's the Wave Buster. Oh yeah, I'm gonna really use this one. I mean, if I have a lot of missiles, I might use it a little bit. Bustin', bustin', bustin'. Wait, that's not the right spot. It's over here. What's up? Alright, I did it again. Powerbomb, you dingus. How vanilla! See, now that one's pretty good. Where else is the item up there? Oh, it is the grapple beam. I mean, I'll still pick it up. I didn't see it because it was being disguised by the actual grapple grapple points. Oh right, I hate this one. I really should have just space jumped at it. That generally works better than trying to roll. Yeah, I also thought it was a grapple point. Whee! Well, I mean, since I got it. Whee! Oh, I didn't kill it. It was supposed to be dead. Look, I was just giving it a quick glance. I wasn't asking it his life story, I was just kind of peeking up there. Okay, I want to try a trick before I just use the grapple beam. Because I think I vaguely recall how this works. I just want to see if I can still do it. I mean, that's definitely it. I just needed to double jump sooner than that to get some height. Damn it! Sooner than that! Yeah, there we go! And that's one way you can skip a grapple point. The grapple point's trying to say, though, oh yeah, here's this. Yo, there might be something here! Just saying! Thankfully we have the X-ray scope, so I don't have to do, like, shooting platforms and jumping around nonsense. I can see! I'll grab that item in just a sec. I suspect because we got the grapple beam that there's gonna be progression in this item right here. Oh, it's... wait a minute. That's the last artifact! Why do I have all the artifacts? I mean, I guess I can go fight Ridley. I have everything necessary. I should probably go fight Ridley so I can give my, face-on suit hint. Yeah, there's a face-on suit hidden now. So I'm gonna go get that. Randomizer has like walls of text in its interface, but you know what? I learned stuff from reading it, so. This is really gonna come down to me trying to find the ice beam and the blade beam, isn't it? I guess you can technically fight Metroid Prime without them. Since she sometimes swaps armors, but it would be an awful experience. I do not actually watch any Prime Randomizer streamers now, no. Most of the stuff I picked up from, I believe their name was Diggle. It taught me a few things. They'd show up in the streams when I stream this a bit more often. The rest of it's just stuff I've learned from playing the game. I played this a lot when I was, well, younger. I wouldn't say little, the GameCube was a few years into my childhood. Alright, Ridley, bring it on, you son of a bitch! I'm gonna boost ball you in the toes so hard you'll never know what happened to you! I'm gonna get your toes, Ridley! I'm gonna get them! Ridley causing, like, hella crackle problems before, so this will be the big test to see if this has been fixed. Yeah, that's the one, Digglerath. He taught me a few tricks, like the grapple beam skip that I just did. Perspective change! Alright, bring it on, you punk. Oh, right, this is the glitch that happens with Meta Ridley. The perspective screws up. I don't know why it does this, but it is kind of funny. Whoa, Nelly man, I'm going between the dimensions! Hey, it's not crackling though. Everything's much better audio-wise. Yeah, land! Land! Hey, Ridley! Watch your toes! Watch your toes! Got him. Sucks to be you, my dude. You boost fall him in the toes. I know it's possible to hit him in the mouth, but it's really hard. Just having a little discussion, don't worry about it. Shoot! Stop wrecking the place! You're such a clumsy oaf, Ridley! You ruined all the Doom Bro artifacts! Alright, let's go get our hint for the Phazon suit! Oh, there it is. It's located. No! Shit. Alright, looks like we are having to go to the mines. Of course. So close! So close. It could end up being vanilla. let's do a quick save. And then I'm gonna go to one of the only items that are actually in logic right now. Actually, there's a couple left over in Chozo Ruins, but I'm gonna go to the spaceship crash point. I mean, I kind of need to find my other beams before I can even go to the mines. We're gonna go on an extended adventure, oh yes! Bye! Oh hey, that's the wave beam right there. There's one of them. It works pretty good! There's been a lot of development work with the Prime Randomizer over the past couple of years. Like, I hadn't played it in about a year, and it's, like, way more complicated than it used to be. It's kind of ridiculous. Alright, let's go back off to the Chozo Ruins. I got a lot of stuff I need to go find and miss. Oh, that's just it! Randomizers have logic. They make sure that the game is always completable. That's the important thing about randomizers. It doesn't just place things willy-nilly. It has logic to it and makes sure you can actually still finish the game. You can turn off logic if you're one of them sorts that knows how to really break games wide open, but if you don't, then you can just play normally. Wait, by default they turn off Sun Tower? Well, they don't like having to have a whole bunch of missiles and slowly wait for things to climb. I mean, I'm already most of the way over here, I'm gonna look. What? What are you? I've never seen. What? What are you? What? What are you? Nothing. 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 Guys, it's nothing. It's nothing. Nada. Zip. Zilch. Squat. Nothing acquired. Nothing. That's a new one. I think I can see the item if I just get the first cutscene to play, so... What does nothing do? Nothing! I guess that's what the artifacts got replaced with. Alright, and it's just a missile, so I can leave.
Showtime!
Sapphire C, thank you for the 39 months. Yeah, Jonathan spent a little bit more for us today as I'm having a good old time with some Prime. Well, that's just Prime. speaking of Stanley Parable, that's still sitting there at the 550 some point sub incentive for this month. You know, it's doable. It's doable. That'd be a good time. I haven't actually played it before, so I imagine there would be many a chuckle to be had. Many a good chuckle night. Yeah, I chose to start with the charge beam. This game's a pain in the ass without the charge beam, so I turned it on. Yeah, we did lose Stickman. That's unfortunate. Whee! Kaboom! Missiles. Very missable item right here. Unless you hear just the distinct siren sound. A sound in the distance. Nothing! Oh, you think you can take me, do ya? Guess what I got, you son of a bitch! Boom! Suck it! I hate Chozo Ghosts. I'm happy we got the X-ray scope early. I mean, we've already found out that Chozos are a bunch of dude bros, right? Skateboarding just seems like a natural evolution of the dude bro. Hey man, you wanna see a cool trick? Yo man! That was sick! Dude, we could probably totally make something to make that more doable. Aw, yeah, man, like something smooth, get us some speed. Yeah, dude, that sounds awesome. Hey, what do you think of this, man? It's like one of those cylinder thingies, but like half of it. Yo, man, that's awesome. The artifacts, hopefully, I already mentioned it. 7 items were taken out of the pool, so there's 7 nothings to be found. Getting around this pole is such a pain in the ass. Good. That jump's kind of hard. One up piece. Ah, whatever. I'll go the other way. Jumps hard. There's an item here for me to pick up, anyways. Yeah, but I already know this one's a missile. I'll go pick it up, I guess. Alright, I always forget to go up here. Wait, you can stand there? What's been hiding here the whole time? Energy tangle. Alright, let's go deal with the foghorn ghosts. What you doing there, Mama Ball? It's making the noise of Mega Man's energy fill it up. Oh, wait, this isn't Mega Man 4. There, that'll get him to shut up for a bit. A runic symbol has been activated. 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 Ah! Let's try that again. Alright, you ghosty boys. I'm about to show you a real world of hurt there, mate. Yeah, that's normal. Super Missile, you're supposed to be homing. Where's the other one? Hello? Mr. Ghost? Mr. Ghost? There they are. Missiles. Okay, fine. I guess I can go to the Chapel of the Elders. $100 missiles. Twisted logic, thank you very much for the 11 months. And Jonathan spent a little bit more for us as we're off to the place that releases the Chozo ghosts across the entire goddamn Chozo ruins. And thankfully, we've basically checked everything in Chozo ruins, so I don't have to worry about them very much. Waka 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 waka. Oh man, who's ready for some sweet tricks though? Do a kickflip. I'm just one of these guys, you know? I'm just hanging. I'm part of the gang. Oh, didn't know there was one there. I cannot see the shadow, so, here? Okay, good enough. Missile. Ah, yes, there it is. Woof! Woof! Whee! Going up! Missile. Wait a minute, this is backwards. Where's that gosh darn ice beam? Probably back in Fendrana. I might actually use that missile recharge station after dealing with these pests. Damn it! There's such a long pause when they first show up and when you can actually hit them. Samus, wanna go bowling? Why doesn't it think I can get the plasma beam one? I guess it's an ice beam door on the other side? Yeah, that's awkward. I guess vanilla ice beam's what I'm going for this time. I don't think it's gonna be vanilla ice beam, but we'll see. I think I'm gonna be going for a hike to over to Fendrana. Which is fine, because, you know, there's a save point I can access here, because it's just a missile door. And that can give me back to Talon Overworld, and I can take a shortcut. It'd be great. It's the flamethrower! So that can stay there. Glorious. No, we're not coming back for it. I'll pin it. I'll give it the decency to be pinned. And that's it. It'll give me 50 to go back for it. You know what? $50. That seems pretty good. Are you sure, though? That's a fair chunk of money. But if so, fine. I'll go get it. Yeah, that's the problem. I can't get it right now because you need the ice beam to get back out. But I'll make the trip. Alright, where's this ice beam? Let's take the shortcut over to Fendrana and get to work. Looks like we're going to the old pirate research station. I've already been to the frigate. Oh, you mean there. You need the ice beam to get to that item. It is decidedly very much surrounded by ice beam doors. With the $50! Okay, I'll get the flamethrower once it's available. I'll read the message in just a second. Also, ow! Getting snoop boop by that guy hurts! That's a deadly snoop boop. What's that message say? When guts that flamethrower, you don't understand how important it is to the chat. Please. Okay, I'll get it. Thanks for the pretty box. I will take this bribery and say, okay, sure. Bribe accepted. I mean, you essentially just bought me, like, 1.5 pizzas. And bill payments and whatnot, but still. I like pizza. It's delicious. It's a good bribe. Have a good one, Guido. Thanks for dropping by. Quasi-legal purchase. It's quasi-legal, semi-legal. Its damage is also terrible, but I mean, like, I can't say no to it now. Oh my god, Samaria, no! Don't start a bid war! I mean, I would benefit financially, it'd be great, but... there are better things to spend money on. Wait, like kill as in through damage? Interesting. No. God damn it. I guess since I had the Spider-Ball, I can take the shortcut through this next room and not have to worry about the regular way. But I mean, it's very possible to just jump up this room anyways. How does this work again? I know it's possible to space jump up this room. Without even having the boost ball. I think it's just like... Let me give this a shot. Oh, that's a really long jump. On the boost ball thingies and then on the spider track. That sounds like some shenanigans. I'm gonna give a shot. Alright, so I can jump up here. Can I jump up here? No. I don't think I can reach the spider track, but I can get on top of this. And that might allow me to, like... That almost looks doable. If only I had a slope to slide off to get some extra height. Oh, that seems right. Hang on. I can stand on this ledge? Looks doable. Maybe on, like, the jutting out part. Half the tricks in Metroid Prime are just can you find the broken geometry. I don't know, I'm kind of sliding off of that one. I'm getting stuck in that one even. Oh, I can get up here though. Oh, hang on. Damn. It's like I just need a little bit more height. It's so close. Can I jump over to this one? Ah, they slide me right off. But what about the further over one though? Oh, there it is. Okay, there we go. That was a bad time for the view to decide not to lock. L button. I'm looking at you. Simple geometry. That's the one. That's the spot. Hey, another vanilla tank. Eee. And then from here, you can just go over here. Fine, I'll go to the lower platform first. Jeez. You really get less height in this game than you think. Ow! My head! Stop it! I'm jumping here! That was a fun little diversion. Alright, let's go to the Pirate Research Lab. Yeah, spider or boost ball, because I didn't need the boost ball for that either. What's up? Who's ready for that space pirate theme? Here they come! Here come the pirates! Oh, did one just get ragdolled at me? Holy shit! Plasma beam's strong though. I think one was mid-jump, got clipped by the plasma beam, and got ragdolled at me. Beautiful. Going in. What's up? I mean, yeah, this is still a very good-looking game. It's properly stylized, and it's just good. This is their high fidelity 480p. Alright, where the heck am I? Right. Going up. I'm so happy the crackles are fixed. That was an actual problem. Yeah, this is all on Dolphin. Engage boost ball shenanigans. Can't believe the phase-on suits in the goddamn mines. Hopefully it's early in the mines. I swear if it's vanilla. Oh man. Dolphin is an insane emulator. It's able to do so much, so well. Like, one of the only features I would like is, like, custom configurations for every video game. Because, you know, some games run better in certain runtimes. And some I can get away with anti-aliasing, and others I can't. It'd be great, you know, rather than having to constantly adjust it for every game that I'm playing. It's the ice beam! There it is! Alright, looks like we're gonna take a dive to the phase-on mines. I mean, I may as well just go through this whole place then, because that takes me to an entrance that's close-ish to the phase-on mines. I'll get the flamethrower. In fact, I have an idea how I'm gonna do it. Oh, you think you can take me, do ya? Bring it on. Don't be hanging around there. I need those boxes! Alright, let's see if I remember how to do this shot. So we climb up onto these boxes. And then we do like... forget how this works. It's like, that's the gist of it, but... You have to move forward, because you're essentially shoving the missile through. But it's like a very particular angle. Oh, right, it goes over! It goes over, right, I remember now. We need to go above it. Where is that? I forget how this works. I used to know this one. Maybe there's a box missing? There might be a box missing. We might have lost a box in combat. We totally lost a box in combat, hang on. I gotta reload the room! Yeah, that should reload the room. Oh yeah, definitely reloaded the room. Okay, I just need to space jump earlier, that's all it is. I got it! Is that one over? Shut up! It's a very specific trick that I used to know how to do really well. I can't remember everything! Yeah, you definitely have to jump forward as much as I can. It's all a timing thing, and I don't really remember it at all. How did I get that first missile over? That was close.
You look ridiculous.
Oh, that was so close! It's just a little bit too high.
You gotta believe.
Ah! These are the types of tricks you need to be able to do first try to be able to race this game. I'm just doing this for practice, really. Because apparently I need it. Come on, I can get this. I've gotten it before. A year ago.
Yeah.
Ah!
Birdie! Yeah, yeah.
Ah!
Whee! Yeah. Wowzer, you the best. This a very tense moment.
Oh, come on! I really should have hit it. I'm getting them to go over, but now they're not hitting. Okay, that one I even heard impact, but it didn't set it off. There's the one. I was getting them consistently over there after a bit, so it was just a matter of figuring it out. I remembered something silly I like to do with this as well, which is just go over here and be all like, you know what, I know this is the exit portion, but you can totally just kind of climb in there, but either way, let's go in.
I'm the coolest.
All that for an E-tank. I mean, at least it's not a missile. Alright. This is why I'm practicing these things now, because who knows how many of these tricks are going to come up on Saturday, you know?
Too easy for me.
There! My favorite boss in this game? Probably Tardis. Tardis is fun. It really feels like you could kind of pull off some bullshit jump to get that more easily. Missiles! You can actually kill the Metroid through regular damage eventually. It just takes a lot of shots without the ice beam. Oh, getting this missile expansion the regular way sucks. The camera goes in at the worst angles. Camera! It's like, yes, camera, put me on a diagonal when going on a small path. I'm sure that'll go fine. Look at those. Way out. 5 whole missiles, that's what's in here. Wait, sent to quarantine area. I think there was a hint telling me where the thermal visor actually is. Huh. Isn't quarantine area like somewhere in here? Storage, rib cave, battery chamber. I can't remember. That sounds like a Phase on Minds thing, though. Ah! Okay, yeah, I'm just gonna go up normally. That is where I fight Thardis, you're right. Wait, why doesn't the game think I can fight Thardis? I can go in for the back. Yeah, I guess I need the thermal visor, technically. Quarantine area, though, and not quarantine cave. Still sounds like a Phase on Minds thing. I don't even need to fight Thardis. But at least take a look. Let me see if either of those two items are important. Yeah, that's where it is! I guess there really was a hint. Cool! I mean, no sense of me not picking up the thermal visor. It's really useful. I see you, Thardis! Enjoy being a rock! Bye-bye! Putting the Thardis item behind Thardis. How cute! Yes! Well done, Seed! How cute! Alright, I have everything I need. Now then, about that flamethrower. Arrow's primed! It's time to go get it! It's gonna be a bit of a walk, but we'll get there. Hey, it allows me to try to do some more extremely complicated tech. This has turned into a relaxing jog through Metroid Prime. Come on, open up! Yeah, though we kind of had to go far and wide to find the ingredients to get to the Phazon mines. Jeez. Yes. Don't beat your uncle. Jesus Christ. Almost there! Knock, knock. The flamethrower! I mean, it's technically the last major item we don't have other than the face-on suit. It has been acquired! Alright, let's try to do some shenanigans for a few minutes. Yes! I don't know if I'm gonna be able to pull this off, but I'm gonna try a thing at least. How do I request a refund? Hey! This tech's really hard, and I've only ever done it once long ago, so we'll see how this goes. this is just as annoying as I remember. Oh, almost. If I can get it, it'll save minutes, but I'm probably not going to be able to get it. Especially when the camera decides it wants to be in a bad spot now. I can't see! Oh god, the camera's really fighting with me. I'm only gonna try it for a little bit, and then I'm just gonna warp back and walk. This right here, this sucks. You can see just how much the hill is fighting with my ability to just do a simple bomb jump, too. To anybody who can do this one consistently, what the fuck? Oh! Definitely seems like early bombs work a little bit better. There's gotta be at least one person who can do this consistently. Or at least consistently enough where it doesn't take them very long. There's people who can consistently do boost ballless escape from deep phazon mines. And that one's also heaps of bullshit. Oh, come on! Yeah, screw this, I'm out. Fuck this shit up. No! Even the game's just like, enough, stop! Let me out! Yeah, when you get stuck on that platform, you need to get like jammed up there in such a way that you can roll through, but it's very difficult. And very fiddly. I'm just gonna walk. This warp back to your starting room is beautiful. I love it. Hey, you know what? Since we're going on an extended walk, can't believe I had to go to Phazon Mines just to find the suit somewhere. What? What? Look out from above! Squeeze. Headley eyes. Alright, we're basically here. I think I can actually take a peek through here and see what item is in this spot. Missiles. Yeah, where are all the power bomb tanks? It's a good thing it gave me the mains. I guess they're all just sitting in Phazon Mines. Speaking of, in we go. Let's take a dive to the Phazon Mines. Surprise! How you doing? Hanging out? No problem, Alex Tuner. I think this is still A power bomb item. Eh. Missiles. Now how am I gonna go about clearing this? Is there an invisible platform around here? Yeah, there it is. Kind of blown through all my power bombs. Where the hell am I on this giant list of places? And South Talon, I'm all the way over here, I think. Okay, and that goes to this. I'm just checking my map real quick so I know where I am. Okay. Here's big guy! Now let me just take a quick look around at these two items to see if either of these are my precious item. E-tank! Oh, y'all want to go, do ya? Whoa! Okay. It had to take a second to get ready for that one. I hadn't turned on the thermal visor yet, so the computer was not ready. There we go, got a couple more power bombs. Durable little steel grate they got there needs a whole power bomb. Incoming! Oh, there it is. Hey, let's get out of here. And hey, where's my face-on suit? There's Gobone. Alright, let's get the hell out of here. Wave of a star! Super missile! Soup! I love the ragdoll effects on the super missile. Look at him go! Right in the face. Wait, do I actually have to do this puzzle before it lets me into the save room? Probably. Yep. Fine. I got tons of health, so I don't even have to be careful. What's up? Alright, let's take our handy-dandy warp plane. High phase on mines, 5 phase on mines. Leone, let's go finish the game. Alright, who's ready for the boss that takes like 20 minutes? I don't exactly have a ton of missiles either, so as much as I want to use the flamethrower as a meme, it also just doesn't reach the final boss's face. Man, though, that simple quality of life change to have the warp back to Town Overworld it's a game changer. Yeah, even if you space jump up into his face, it just doesn't work. And now everybody's favorite room, the part where you just ignore everything going on because these frickin' Metroids are not worth fighting. Teeth. Teeth! It's funny how the wave troopers are probably the most effective ones, just because the wave beam's so weak. Because you can stun lock them, but like, you're usually fighting multiple at a time. Alright, off you get. Shoot! See you later! Alright, big guy, let's go! It's one of those fights that I would like it, but it goes on way too long. But it's still a cool fight. Ah yes, Metroid Prime also triggers the wide effect by mistake. Phase-on seems mandatory to not just die 1,000 deaths in the mid phase-on. And the phase-on beam, most specifically. Because they're one and the same. Oh, that's my favorite! Get a load of this! Iron in the hole! Iron in the hole! I mean, visually, this game's still a freaking marvel. It looks good, even by modded standards. It's not as high fidelity, obviously, but it looks good. The only things that are a little bit odd are the faces. I don't know why it does the aspect ratio shit. It's only during the Ridley and Metroid Prime specifically. It's also just a very fitting visual style for Metroid. Get a load of them! And this? Bullshit. This! Ice Spitter does so much damage. It's basically a super missile. Are we having fun yet? You know, referring to the light suit as making him looking like he was made by Apple seems kind of accurate, to be honest. It does have that sleek, plain color to it. Aw. Well, I mean, okay. Oh, you bitch. Well, you want to suck me into you? There you go. I mean, you asked for it. Trying to pull me in when you have that particular armor equipped. Fire in the hole! You're full! Catch! That hit? Okay, sure, I'll take that. That shouldn't have hit, but whatever. You know what? They're almost dead. I still get missiles. Wave a Buster! Wave a Buster! Yeah, get way busted, bitch! And now that form where I hang around on a tree branch. At least I have both visors. I mean, I guess I'll go pick up those missiles. Second! I'm just getting the missiles, don't worry about me. Go about your business. Anyways. Hi. Alright, where's the branch? There it is. Huh? I both love and hate that this works. You know, we're just hanging. Hey, Jen, how's it going? We're having a very fun final boss fight, as you can see. I'm trying very hard. It's a very difficult boss. Are you enjoying yourself over there? Yeah, it's pretty much RNG. Hey, look, a new branch. I'll hang out on this one. Hey, new one already. Buddy, I need you to move so I can actually, like, use the space on tool. Where is it? There it is. Alright, one more pool will do it. Oh, that's a little close. I not get hit. I stand on a slightly elevated surface. In this case, a tree branch. Oh, hey there, guys. It's a load of this. GG. Oh man, my cool things! Why does this keep happening? Yeah, the face on suit. I mean, I also had to pick up the beams and whatnot, which were pretty far and wide to begin with. Ice beam being all the way over at the goddamn Pirate Research Center. my rate of collecting items is probably bollocks, so I don't even think we're gonna get a look at creepy, like, Uncanny Valley Samus head right now. Yep, off it goes. And now my favorite part. You can mess with the credits! Alright, so, we got the freaking crash site, we got the Drowned Drifts Observatory, we got the freaking Watery Hall, Hive Totem for the missile launcher, a fiery shorts with grapple beam, quarantine monitor for the thermal visor, that was pretty funny, Grotto Canyon for the X-Ray visor, we got main plaza, we got all this stuff, this is where all the things were, it's kinda nice that it just shows it, here's where all your things were, if you didn't get something, well, you can find out around here. Here's all them major items, we got them all though. I missed out on like an ass ton of expansions, but I didn't really lose very many E-tanks in this entire run, did I? If I had like 3 or 4, that would have been enough for the whole playthrough. Samus is tanky. Honestly, in terms of E-tanks, the ones you need the most are for the Phazon mines. Because those goddamn elite pirates, they're dangerous! Your HP just vanishes. Percentage complete 65%. Well, that was Metroid Prime Rando. Saturday we're gonna be doing that, except with all the elevators going to the wrong places. Which is gonna be, pretty screwy. We'll see how that particular maze unfolds itself. It'll probably take a bit longer, to say the least. Yes! Love the new quality of life features. This Rando's had an ass ton of development over the past year. It's kind of crazy. I do wish that the new program's interface was a little bit less wall of texty, and a little bit more visually easy on the eyes, but oh well. Kind of like Entrance Rando, yeah, but only just messing up where major areas go. It should be interesting. I have no idea how it's gonna work out.